If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Doja Cat finally addresses Nas dissing her. And it seems like Irv Gotti tried to stop 50 Cent from being signed back in the day. Plus, Lil Cease says Biggie didn't want anybody from Junior Mafia responding to Tupac. Let's talk hip hop.
Where did that even come from?
I don't know. I'm just glad he's still putting out music. Because I love him. And I grew up on Nas. So to hear that, I'm like, damn. But also, damn. Like, I fucking love Nas. Thank fucking God. You know, he knows me. I love Nas. So I don't give a shit. He can say whatever he wants. I really don't care. If I love you, I love you. I don't really give a damn about, you know what I mean? And like, I made jokes about it, but other than that, like, it's never like, you will never see me beef with Nas. He might want to beef with me, but you're not gonna see me beef with Nas. You won't see me.
Oh no way! You're not gonna beef with Nas.
There you can't. Nobody can. Like you.
Alright, yo, this is funny as hell, right? Because about a month ago when Nas dropped his album, King's Disease, he had a song on there, one of his singles called Ultra Black, right? And in that song, he kind of like throws a shot at Doja Cat. Not really a diss, but definitely a shot, right? When he said, we going ultra black, we don't fold to crack, I got a toast to that. We going ultra black, opposite of Doja Cat, right? And it was funny as hell, right? And we all know that Doja Cat, over the past couple of months, kind of is a little problematic because she was like in chat rooms with like certain dudes, tiny chat rooms, talking shit about black people and blah blah blah, right? So, you know, Nas just kind of had to check her real quick and throw a little lyric at her, right? It was funny because Doja Cat really didn't respond being all upset or anything like that. And I mean, who would? Nas is a legend, so for him to even know that you exist is an honor in itself, even if he is dissing you, right? Doja Cat kind of made jokes about it. She said, I am so offended by this song. Have you heard Fruit Salad by the Wiggles? You know, trying to play it off. And then actually she said that she's coming out with a song. It's not called Nas, but if you abbreviate the words, it is Nas. Like NAS, maybe niggas ain't shit, or whatever the case may be, right? That song never dropped though, right? And ultimately now she's interviewing, or she's being interviewed by Fat Joe. Basically, she says, I love Nas, right? She goes, listen, I always grew up listening to Nas. It was cool that he said my name in a song, and I fuck with him, right? She's like, I ain't really trying to beef with Nas. I ain't finna go back and forth with him. She was like, he may want to beef with me, but I ain't really trying to beef with him, right? I mean, it's funny as hell because Fat Joe was just like, yo, I'm sure one day y'all are gonna bump into each other, and everything's gonna be all good. But for now, you know, we just had to know why he said your name in the song, right? And she goes, yo, I really just don't know, right? It was funny as hell, right? But this is cool, and I kind of did think that Doja Cat was gonna spar a little bit with Nas, but at the end of the day, it's fine, and you know, why would he go back and forth with Doja Cat anyway? But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
I blocked the nigga till he fell into M and Dre's lap.
Damn, are you serious?
Yeah, labels would call me, and I was so hot with, I was just the hottest thing. So I'd be like, yo, if you fuck with him, I ain't fucking with you. And they be like, we ain't fucking with him then, Gotti, forget it. I should have let some of them bullshit ass labels, or not bullshit labels, but just not labels with M and Dre behind them.
Exactly.
He had a deal with Sony before. He wasn't moving like that. You know what I'm saying? I blocked that nigga into a dream situation.
God's plan. I hate to say it, it's God's plan.
It is. That's all God's plans. It's God's plans for this, for whatever's happening now and everything like that. But you asked me if I could go back in the future and tell, I'd have said, yo, play it right.
Yo, this is bugged out, right? Because y'all know that 50 Cent had beef with Irv Gotti and all these dudes forever, right? So Irv Gotti is on Def Jam, 50 Cent is like on Interscope or something with Dr. Dre, right? But the whole situation is that they all from the same hood, Southside Jamaica, Queens, and then of course, you know, Supreme has something to do with it, so they really have real street beef, right? Ja Rule was from there too. There's, you know, stories about niggas turning off the lights in the studio and everybody get into a fight and somebody got stabbed, and I don't think it was Ja Rule, maybe 50 Cent got, it just craziness, right? Real street shit, right? Anyway, so because it's real street shit and everybody from that hood is blowing up and becoming millionaires, of course Irv Gotti blew up first, right? He was with Def Jam first, and then he had his own record label, Murder Inc., while 50 Cent is trying to shop his demo around and trying to get signed from other record labels, right? And here in this clip, you see Irv Gotti saying that he really tried to block 50 Cent from being hired, that he, from being signed, that he was so hot back then, that Irv Gotti was so big and so hot that, you know, people would call him and be like, yo, we finna sign this dude from your hood, and Irv Gotti would tell him, look, if you sign him, I'm not fucking with you no more, and he blocked 50 Cent from getting several record deals, is what Irv Gotti was saying. Irv Gotti said, yo, 50 Cent had a record deal on the table with Sony that they decided to turn their back on 50 Cent because they were scared that Irv Gotti didn't want to do work with them anymore, right? And then it's crazy because Irv Gotti kind of jokingly says that it shot him in the foot because ultimately, you know, his demo ended up on Dr. Dre's lap, and Eminem signed 50 Cent, and then 50 Cent blew up even bigger, and now it's 50 Cent, Eminem, and Dr. Dre, you know, the trifecta, which is huge. The only other three rappers that are as big as 50 Cent, Eminem, and Dr. Dre are Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki Minaj, right? The trifecta, right? So it's crazy as hell because 50 Cent sees this and then posts this up on his own Instagram, and in the caption he goes, now everybody knows why I act the way I act. These sucker ass niggas be out here working against you instead of working on their own shit. Now look at them, all fucked up, bitch ass niggas. So basically he's like, wow, they try to blackball me, but it backfired, right? And this is crazy because it ultimately, at the end of the day, Shady Aftermath with Dr. Dre and Eminem is a place where 50 Cent got to be himself. He got to bring G-Unit there. He blew up there. He blew Lloyd Banks up there, Tony Yayo, Young Buck, The Game. And I can't imagine 50 Cent be on any other record label besides, you know, Aftermath, which is crazy. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
Now, how did Biggie want to handle it? How did Big want to handle it? Did he want to talk to him? And what did you tell him? What did you say?
No, Big definitely wanted to. Big definitely wanted to talk to him because I think Big knew him more than all of us. You know what I'm saying? Outside of me. Like, you know, him and Big had more time. You know, I wasn't always around when he was around Pac, but, you know, Pac knew me, of course. He set my name in the rap. So he automatically knew how close I was. You know what I'm saying? So, but him and Big spent a lot more time, and I just think Big understood him more than a lot of others. And that's why Big didn't make a record. In the very beginning, Big didn't rush in and make a diss track, and he like, yo, nah. And Big told everybody, if you make a record, I'm not fucking with you.
Alright, Joe, so that was a clip of Fat Man Scoop interviewing Lil Cease, right? And the whole situation is that Lil Cease was basically talking about Hit 'Em Up and Biggie and Tupac's beef, right? So the whole situation is, and I know y'all remember this, man, when Tupac dropped Hit 'Em Up and everybody in New York was like, yo, it's crazy, and then Biggie really didn't respond, or he kind of did, but it was subliminal, and he didn't really say no names, whereas Tupac was saying, fuck you, Biggie Smalls, fuck Junior Mafia, fuck Lil Kim, fuck Lil Cease. He was like actually saying their names, and people kind of looked at Biggie as being a little bit weak, or people from the streets was like, yo, why you not responding to nothing like that, right? So Cease is saying that the reason why, you know, Biggie didn't really respond directly to Tupac is because he wanted to squash their beef. Like, he wanted to make it right, you know, and he understood that Tupac was upset because, you know, Tupac got shot in the head and thought that Biggie had something to do with it when Biggie really didn't and everything like that. Thank God he stayed alive that time, but then, you know, the second time he got shot, he died. But the whole situation is, he was saying that he wanted to patch it up with Tupac ultimately, and that he thought he had more time to do that, right? And that he told Cease and Lil Kim and everybody basically in Junior Mafia, if you respond back to Tupac, then I ain't fucking with you no matter what, right? And so they was like, alright, cool, man, we ain't gonna respond to him, but we waiting on you to let us know what happens, right? And that ultimately, you know, I guess Biggie thought that, you know, a year or two would go by, the beef would be squashed, you know, things would be swept under the bridge or under the rug, and everything would be cool. But then, you know, ultimately Tupac ended up getting shot out in Vegas, and they never squashed their beef, right? And then a year later, Biggie got shot in California. So, you know, craziness, right? But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.